Disney sure got their worth from buying 20th Century Fox because all of a sudden they can just afford to put Simpsons in front of the movie. Welcome to hIMAX. Today we're doing Onwards. Start off just with overall feelings. No spoilers.
Might be a little.
No spoilers at first. I should say.
Okay.
First, and then we'll dive into it. So we'll give you a warning to go see the movie if you haven't seen it already.
Did you go see the movie?
Yes, I did go see the movie.
No, I said, would you recommend people to go see it?
Yes. Yes.
There you go. That's the end of the video.
Yes. Thank you for watching. Like, share, and subscribe. Bye. Yes. It was a good movie. I'd say it was a 7, 8 out of 10. It wasn't one of Pixar's best, but of course it wasn't one of Pixar's worst. What was I saying? I don't even know if you're in frame. Anyways.
I think he might be in frame. Oh, now he is in frame.
He's definitely in frame. What did you think about the movie? Were you snuck into the movie?
What the fuck is in his nose?
What do you mean what's in his nose? What is in your nose?
What is that?
I don't know. Okay, so we cut out a large section because I was very high. Anyways, it wasn't as the highs as the early 2000s that Pixar had, but it wasn't certainly one of the lows of the movie we're all thinking about. I would say that there were some pacing problems.
It was kind of slow at some part, and then it was too fast at different part. Just some part feel really long, and then the end and stuff just kind of happened.
I wouldn't say things took too long, per se. The shifts that were so quick and short, back and forth between trying to be funny and intensely dramatic, basically at the same time.
They just
towards the first third, you remember, but it did move after that at a relatively decent pace. A road trip movie, essentially.
Two bros.
Two bros, yeah, exactly. And it's not a very well done genre of comedy. And of course Pixar is probably one of the best to do it, but just an adventure movie sometimes doesn't roll at a pace you think a road trip movie would be. They're going to get this object to help them be able to see their dad, because their dad died at one point before the movie. So
Did they specifically said why he died?
No, they never did say why he died.
There
Actually,
you go. That's a mystery.
No, actually, he did.
Did he?
Well,
Shit.
they weren't specific about it. He got sick.
Right. That leaves a lot of room for mystery for the second one, honestly, if you think about it, though.
I don't think they're gonna do.
Do you think they will follow that way, that direction?
They're not gonna follow it up with the sequel. It's only made $40 million in its opening weekend. We're recording on the Monday after the opening.
Yeah.
So,
only 14 million in a 3 days weekend.
Yeah.
Damn. How much do they Pixar make usually?
Much more than that.
Much
more than that.
200 probably.
Yeah, easily. They usually make back their budget, not counting advertising, back in the opening weekend. That's just the general thing. If you don't like road trip movies, it's probably not the best thing for you. It does have
It's an
like
adventure movie.
yeah, it's a road trip adventure movie.
Basically, every character. If you think about it, basically every character go on a road trip in order to reach to their
Yeah.
yeah. Like in order to change themselves. Basically, every character have to go through a journey, which is the road trip.
No, like it's specific like genre of comedy, like Dumb and Dumber, uh, Bill and Ted's Excellent Adventure. It's a specific genre of like two bros comedy.
Mm-hmm.
And like that's what this was. And that's usually not Pixar's shtick. But I guess they're branching out into that. And they did it really well. It's just that unfortunately a road trip comedy movie can only go so far. In terms of like how well it's done. And considering how more nuanced other movies Pixar has had, it pales in comparison to like all of those. And in fact, I would say some of like there were some dumb moments where characters said things way too far than they would have done in real life, or even in like a better Pixar movie. So it's good. It's just not one of their best. Not as good as Coco. I would say it's
Coco is Disney though. Coco is not Pixar.
Coco is Pixar.
Oh wait, sorry. I was thinking about the other movie. I was thinking about Moana. Sorry. Keep going.
But yeah, it's a good movie. It's just in middling territory. And that doesn't spell very well for Pixar's promise to not be doing sequels any longer for like at least a long while. And it makes me wonder about Soul, which is their second movie of this year, coming in like June. And it's their first black-centered one. Fun.
But like the trailer looks kind of whack though.
The trailer does look kind of whack.
It looks kind of whack.
That is why I'm very skeptical.
Yeah.
Anyways, we're talking
Like
about
the whole-
this Pixar movie. So 7 out of 10. Go see it if you want to. Do you have anything else to add before we go on to like spoilers?
No, yeah, there's a couple problem, that you can see there's kind of like some of these small conflicts that like they kind of address it in a way, but then there was no actual resolution at the end.
There's something that we're gonna talk about.
Right.
There was a relationship that was rocky that suddenly was not rocky.
Okay, now you're spoiling. Now we're done. We're done.
Okay,
Spoilers.
we're cut. So the stepdad, who isn't technically their stepdad at the moment, because like the centaur and like the mom didn't like marry at the time of the movie. The whole like they hate him and that never like suddenly it's just like better. It's just better. It's not like addressed and there's like I appreciate you.
Yeah, the sheriff guy is just like he just get that kind of like confident out of nowhere at the end of the film. It's like it starts from the problem is that it's a boyfriend, it's mom, boyfriend, and son's problem. To at the end, to like the result, it's just that he gained more confident. Basically, like the conflict was not.
Yeah, that
they solved
was
the conflict.
Weird. I'm not even talking about that. I'm talking about how like they didn't like him at the beginning of the movie, and there never was a point where he would have suddenly became likable.
Yeah. There was no point that like both of them, like all of them, like joined together to to defeat the dragon.
Like Ian just at the very end is just suddenly just like saying his joke right back to him, just like working hard or hardly working, right? Ha!
It
No.
sounds so fake.
No. Anyways, so that's what that was bad. Best friends like have a fight right before the third act thing happened in this movie again. Pixar, you know it's bad. There's never like a legitimate reason for them to suddenly do that. Do better. Please don't do it again. The magic was done pretty well. It was pretty straightforward. And like everything worked out, which is a good thing to do. Not a lot of like fantasy magic stories recently have been going very well because people can't figure out the magic.
I feel like if they ever do like a prequel, like it would be really cool to see like the changes of like how like the world changed. That's kind of like affect the people who's working on magic, and how do they keep raising like the next generation to keep up that magic. You know what I mean?
I mean that would yes.
That would be really interesting to like explore into that side of the.
Yes. I think it would. No, it wouldn't be a movie. It would be like
a
it
short.
would be like a it would be.
Yeah,
shorts.
That's what I'm saying.
It would be plenty of shorts. Yeah,
that would be
like,
really cool to see the effect like of the real
Pixar. I know I just trashed you, but if you do that, I'll be happy.
So we're a Pixar, please.
Yeah, please sponsor us. Immediately. I love the Manticore. I love the Manticore. She was great. She was fantastic.
I was expecting it's gonna be a different resort for that character. What was it called, Manticore?
Manticore, yeah.
Yeah.
You thought it was gonna be a different.
I thought it was gonna be a different ending for like the the place that she owned that castle. You know.
Yeah.
I thought it was gonna be like something else. You know, it's gonna be turned a little bit darker or something to fit with what she wants.
Yeah.
But then at the end, she just become kind of like a clown-like figure in there. You know.
A what like?
Like instead of like hiring someone to be her mascot, you just become the mascot. It's not. It doesn't change that much in a way.
See, I do know what you're saying in terms of like you like I was expecting it to be more like a here are some bounties like a place where like a bar where like a bounty hunter would come through. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because it's called the Manticore's Tavern, and that's what she like used to be. Right. Like owner basically like a bounty hunter's like bar. You have like bounties posted up.
Yeah, but at the end it's just still kids.
It looks more homey, and she's much more confident in like her existence, but otherwise.
But didn't she get woke by those kids? That's like this is not who you are, and then like supposed to be like this like mighty creature, like
I mean, she kicked ass.
Yeah.
She kicked ass.
I know, but I'm saying that's what I'm saying.
Also, I appreciate like the somehow two like finales, so to speak. And it was very heartwarming. It was very Pixar. It was a very like signature like Pixar to your heartstring moment. And like they really know how to like pull that like out of you, like just at the right moments when you feel like you're like losing interest. If you know what I mean. Give me something.
What do you want me to give you?
Why was he so awkward at the beginning? Like with like trying to just like invite people. I thought he said were his friends. Did he lie? Shit.
Yeah, he lied. Of course he lied to like other like his family like about he had friends. Obviously.
I guess what I'm saying is there's a more nuanced way for him to be awkward than suddenly saying my birthday is canceled. You know?
They could have given him a better line than my birthday is canceled.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
It's whatever. So like yeah, there are a few we're talking about like there are like stupid moments in here. More so than there should be for a Pixar movie. Also, yeah, this doesn't feel like a Pixar movie. It feels more like a DreamWorks movie. Like it gives me kind of How to Train Your Dragon vibes if it was done more comedic, and was modern. Like it felt more like that. It feels more like home. It's a better version of home. Yeah. Literally, it's a better version of home. Just without Rihanna, unfortunately. But it does have Tom Holland, who is a gem. He just is.
Even the character looks like him.
He doesn't. Well,
I feel like the design is like this. Always that one similar design for the nerdy guy. You know, he's skinny. He's awkward. He have like big ass nose.
Yeah, it's our.
It's always the same character.
I mean, it's not always the same character.
It's always the same design. That kind of design. You know what I mean? For that type of guy, it's never like the awkward buff freak guy. Like.
Yeah, but yeah, it feels more like a DreamWorks movie. And in fact, the most recent DreamWorks movie, which was Abominable, felt more like a Pixar movie than this. That's weird. I wonder why.
Let me grab my ice cream and then come back. Keep us talking.
Oh yeah, ice cream. Give me ice cream.
Do you want an ice cream?
Yes, please.
That's why. Keep going.
The animation was, really excellent. Pixar always moves bounds and bounds ahead at every turn. The water animation was really good. The hair animation was lifelike, despite the very oddly shaped facial features. Like the hair was very lifelike. Like the curls looked natural. The puzzle, the Raven puzzle was really clever, and it also highlighted how the trust that Ian put in his brother, that the path of peril would be the better choice. It really gave that some weight. And made it go very well until they did the fight, but we're not gonna get on that.
It was kind of build up.
Yeah, it was not build up. It would be, I would say, payoff. The Raven puzzle was the payoff to the trust that he put in his brother, and it's just unfortunate that it didn't. Talk about the father.
Yeah.
They handled that very interestingly. He's just...
The father is just an excuse for the two brothers to finally get together. That's the glue to stick them together, basically. He didn't really have any use in the movie except that. I feel like. The father character. We didn't really get to know who he is. We only know about what he achievement and all that. You don't actually know who he is as a person. So it's just kind of
yeah. And neither does Ian. Ian suddenly hears, "Oh, my dad was bold at 16," out of nowhere. How does he not hear that from his mother or his brother? Did they not tell him anything about his dad?
Exactly. So I feel like he had this kind of wrong perception about who his dad really is, just based on his what he achieved. From other people's work. He the kid don't actually know who his father is.
Yeah, it's you don't hear stories about the accountant who is secretly a wizard.
Yeah.
Why'd you do that? They probably stole that from The Incredibles. Bob was an accountant. But yeah, there's a lot of
plot hole in this. Now, the more you think about it, man.
Yeah.
The more you think about it, the more you see there are more area that you can explore and everything. Like, you could talk about like the Dash connection.
The beautiful battery died.
Which one?
I'm informing the public that the battery died.
It was. Do it again. Sorry.
The Pixies were they were really fun. They were really fun.
What do you think of the
feisty.
What do you think of the soundtrack?
The soundtrack was good. It was average.
Yeah, it was just typical, right?
Yeah, it was fairly typical. There were decent use of horns. You always can't go wrong with horns. You can't. Ask Michael Giacchino. Incredibles, and other stuff, but Incredibles. It wasn't the best. But again, as you might notice about the things we think about this movie, it's not the overall. It's not the best. I'm sorry. I wish it was better. Putting Tom Holland and Chris Pratt together in an animated comedy in a modern fantasy setting that doesn't try to muddle up timelines with the real world is great. And Pixar can do it better, I feel like. But this one was still good enough. Yeah. I think that would... Do you have anything else to add? Because I think that's a...
I don't think so, bro. Yeah. I mean, overall, it's worth a watch, one time. Probably not second time, because it's not really that...
Yeah.
Or maybe I'm just not a kid anymore. Hey, this movie is catered to kid, right? So,
No. We do not... Especially with Pixar. Pixar...
It is catered to kid though. So
Pixar is catered.
If we're judging in the kids, perspective, maybe it's different.
Yeah, of course. It's a good movie. It's a really good movie. Well, it's a okay movie. It's a good movie. It's just not at the Pixar level. Pixar needs to keep up.
Yeah.
Their quality.
Disney stopped me to buy shit.
I feel
like Disney
that's a whole different conversation about monopolies than about a movie with a manticore serving people food at points and being really good at it. But yeah, go see it. Don't really need to go see it more than once, I feel like. Unless you want to watch it with a commentary track, then in which case, go ahead. Yes, of course. I really like commentary tracks. Mm-hmm. Anyways, do you have...
7 out of 10.
Yeah. Most 7 out of 10s.
Yeah, best 7 out of 10, man.
Yeah.
Oh. Yeah.
Alright. So, this has been hIMAX. Like, comment, share, subscribe. You've been on YouTube. You know the things. Go do the things, please. I hope you enjoyed us. Thank you for watching. Bye!